At
new
the
infection
peak
is
of the
shot
COVID-19 from 38,000
new infection is shot
to
up
54,000
from 38,000 mainly because the attention was on COVID. Mainly because the attention was on COVID. That we need to include HIV messages. That we need to alongside the COVID-19 HIV messages and the other health-related matters COVID-19 to address the dual health-related matters to address the dual challenge concurrently. Allow me to make Your Excellence the appeal as follows. Allow me to make Your Excellence the appeal as follows. You instructed the country. Your Excellence, you instructed in 2017 to implement the 5 pillars mentioned by the Director General. To implement the 5 pillars among the most notable the Director General is number 4. Among the most ensuring financial sustainability of ensuring financial sustainability for the HIV response. The committee on HIV, the committee has on HIV observed Your Excellence that in observed Your Excellence 2024 2014 Parliament enacted the HIV/AIDS. Parliament enacted the HIV/AIDS. And the Ministry of Health developed regulations. And the Ministry for the operationalization of the AIDS Trust Fund. For the operationalization of the AIDS Trust Fund. On behalf of Parliament, therefore, the Committee on HIV Parliament and related matters, the Committee on HIV is appealing to you, Your Excellency, to prevail over Your Excellency, the Ministries of Finance, prevail over planning and economic development, so that planning and economic development, and that of health, so that to fast track and that of operationalization of the AIDS Trust Fund, the operationalization of the AIDS HIV response in Uganda, so that there is sustainable HIV response in Uganda. Appeal number 2, Your Excellency. I want to call upon Your Excellency, the younger people. I want to call upon the younger people to live their lives responsibly, so that they don't contract the HIV virus, so that they don't contract the HIV virus. Younger women and boys, adolescent girls, your life, younger women and boys. Your life, government secures your future. God, the government secures your future against HIV. Yourself jealously against HIV. Appeal number, Your Excellency, I want to call upon number 3 parents. I want to call upon keen attention and adequately talk to the children and adequately champion of behavioral change campaign and be champion of behavioral change campaign general starting with communities, your households and Your Excellency, the most notable challenge we have now Your Excellency, the most notable challenge we have now in fighting responsible parenting is not having Your Excellency, the government has been teaching Ugandans, the government about has been teaching Ugandans. I want to appeal to the government, patriotism, so that I want to appeal to the government, Ugandans, to have so that you equally teach Ugandans to have responsible parenting. I want to appeal to all stakeholders. I want to appeal to all stakeholders and make efforts on implementing the presidential fast-track objectives, on implementing the mainstream HIV objectives in all the government programs HIV towards achieving government programs control towards achieving epidemic control in Uganda by 2030. Allow me to take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to thank you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for championing the fight against HIV, for championing the fight against HIV of the nations, and for setting the pace of the nations. The story of fighting HIV in Uganda, the story of fighting HIV without mentioning Uganda and your name cannot be complete without mentioning you and your name. We want to thank you so much. Your Excellency, allow me also to recognize the contribution. Your Excellency, allow me also to recognize the contribution and call upon our them development partners, provide more support and call upon as them. Uganda runs provide the more support of ending as HIV. Uganda runs the last mile of ending Your HIV. Excellency, we have noted that in the last 3 years, Your Excellency, we have noted having that in the last 3 years, we have been having a declining donor support towards the Director General Uganda AIDS Commission has also declared the low funding to HIV response. So I want to request them to continue supporting and the government of Uganda. Finally, I want to thank the AIDS Commission for showing exemplary leadership in coordinating HIV and AIDS response in the country. Your Excellency, the President, As a Parliament, we are very grateful to Uganda AIDS Commission for the commendable work they are doing across the country and for holding our flag high in the continent. I want to thank you, Your Excellency, for listening to me, for God and my country.
Thank you very much, my honorable colleague and member of Parliament and chairperson, Parliamentary HIV/AIDS Forum. Your Excellency, allow me to recognize the following who are with us. Professor Vina Dinantudya, former chairperson, Uganda AIDS Commission, is here with us. Clap for him. The chairman, CCM Board of the Global Fund, is here with us. Your Excellency, we have board members of the Global Fund who are also here with us. Kindly stand up for recognition. We have the UNAIDS Executive Director, Jackie Makoka. She's here with us. Kindly receive her. We have the National Drug Authority. Konka Isime Rukungiri ahabwe buhagizi. Kandi niyendangu nyakire omwami byaruhanga rwakana kuri system chairman w'abashubuzi ba Rukungiri byona kandi nakolesa mani mingi munonga omwami Kibika Ambrose na wadyaha kandi n'umuhagizi w'amani mbweno motero mungaro. Next on the program twakurikiza Honorable Hanifa Kahoya, Minister of State for Health for General Duties. Kandi abanyarukungiro ogu mu mutero mungaro munonga abwo kubirwa ryitu General Hospital niye rukwenda kuruga kandi bali kwatise emikono ebiri kureba ngu ryabaho. Your Excellency, nyowe nko mushaho niyenda kongera hiraka rya chairman kumanyisa ngu General Hospital ya Rukungiri buzimani tugitaga munonga when we make referrals kuturikora referrals, Your Excellency, kuturikora referrals tubastaka n'abaturage ba Rukungiri ngwe niki kirwa recho. Your Excellency, tuchandolinge kibe kurungi. Honorable Minister, you are most welcome.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, Your Excellencies, the Ambassadors present here, Your Excellencies, the country representatives, development partners, all distinguished guests, our leaders, local government from all the areas here, the Chairman Uganda AIDS Commission, the board, and the entire team, officials from the ministry, and the entire health fraternity, the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, I want to join the people, and more so from this district of Rukungiri, a district where I was born here in Kinyasano some few years back. And I want to say that this is where I originated from until I moved to where I am in Uganda. Your Excellency, I want to welcome you most warmly for having accepted to participate, to be here with all the Ugandans as we join the whole world on today's commemoration of the 2022 World AIDS Day. Your Excellency, you are most welcome. Abanyarukungiri mwena, abantu mwena bari haniya, nitwenda ntwebaza His Excellency President Museveni, abo kwija kekiriza kutwegeitaho obwe nitukuza olunaku lwaitu olwa World AIDS Day okureba iturugire aitwaika aho turi nankahi aitukuza mwebare munonga konka mwongeremwe engaro nyingi nkesi twabire ntera kare. Your Excellency, I joined the people of Uganda and the global community to commemorate the 2022 World AIDS Day. And on this day, Your Excellency, we reflect on the journey we have walked together, celebrate our achievements, and critically think about the challenges we face in responding to HIV/AIDS and epidemic in Uganda, most of which, Your Excellency, has been clearly put forward. On this day, Your Excellency, we also unite to continue our collective solidarity with the people living with and affected by HIV/AIDS, and we also remember all who have died before of the AIDS scourge. The Minister of Health, Your Excellency, embraces the 2022 World AIDS Day, of which theme is equalize, and the local theme ending inequalities among our adolescent girls, young women and boys. Your Excellency, the two themes call upon each of us to address the inequities slowing progress in ending AIDS. I congratulate all of you who are working and supporting the government of Uganda in addressing this disease. We have made significant progress in our efforts to control HIV epidemic, and we are doing so much with collaboration of Uganda AIDS Commission, our development partners, as they have said. And two, we are doing all that is possible to ensure that despite what we have been going through and with competing health emergencies like COVID-19 and Ebola, we still strive to ensure to see the reduction, prevention, and management of HIV/AIDS in Uganda. Your Excellency, however, as you have heard from the previous speakers, HIV/AIDS is still a significant concern for this country. It's still a public health concern. Your Excellency, according to recent data, 5.5% of all Ugandans aged 15 to 49 years have HIV/AIDS. And with this, the biggest percentage is the women. Your Excellency, despite the slight improvements, as we have said and heard from the Executive Director, Uganda AIDS Commission, about 1.42 million adults and children are living with HIV. Adults aged 15 years and above account for 93% of this number, Your Excellency. And of this number, 60% are women. In the towns and cities of Uganda, Your Excellency, 7.1% of the adults above 15 years have HIV/AIDS, compared to the same age group in villages, which is at 5.2%. Your Excellency, we have made some improvement as observed, and according to the current status, the Ugandan adults with HIV/AIDS have reduced from the last 5 years from 6% to 5%. It's a very slight improvement, but we think that with all together and working as one, we shall have to reduce the numbers. We continue to see decline in new HIV infections and AIDS-related deaths, with a drop from around 20,000 deaths in 2020, 300,000 in 2021. Your Excellency, the President, the number of the very people who and working with the Uganda AIDS Commission and all our development partners, we have made some progress. I've said we have put in place a number of programs, all intended to educate the public, to ensure that we disseminate information to the public about HIV/AIDS prevention, care, and treatment. We have put in place many flexible management and treatment, which are all intended for service delivery to our people. Your Excellency, many programs that are in place, the Executive Director of Uganda AIDS Commission has elaborated them, some of us a risk communication program, which program the ministry continues to emphasize on HIV prevention and its practices. The condom use, Your Excellency, and we want to thank the Global Fund, USAID, UNFPA, and other partners who have supported the ministry to ensure that this program is a success, and we have distributed more than 250 million condoms, and we still call upon the young generations and everybody that we should have to continue and consistently collect and ensure the use of this. Your Excellency, the Ministry of Health, to ensure that your 5 directives, the Uganda AIDS Commission, as far as implementation is confirmed, the Ministry of Health has got its own person member on this committee, none other than myself before you as the Vice Chairperson. And I want to add my voice to thank the Uganda AIDS Commission for a good job well done, Your Excellency. I have sat with them, we have moved together. The achievements we are seeing now is none other than your wise leadership, and everybody is proud of you and the political will. We thank you so much. Your Excellency, HIV/AIDS prevention services as a ministry, we are intensifying them. The program on safe male circumcision, Your Excellency, as one of our partners has said, especially in the Karamoja region, is one program that we are proud of that is being embraced. Your Excellency, we want to thank our partners from the PFR and the United Nations agencies who have continued to provide safe male circumcision, which is critical in the elimination for HIV control and management. Your Excellency, Prevention of Mother-Child Transmission, Executive Director of Uganda AIDS Commission has said much on it, and as a ministry and with all the partners, donations, and their support, we are doing a commendable job. Your Excellency, HIV care and treatment program is also one of the programs that is ongoing. Strategic information dissemination also is being emphasized. Your Excellency, in conclusion, the Ministry of Health is very grateful to the partnerships that have supported the HIV/AIDS response in Uganda. I thank the United States government for their response towards the HIV elimination and control as a ministry. Your Excellency, we are very grateful. We are grateful for the PPFA and Global Fund, the United Nations, World Health Organizations, UNICEF, Uganda, the UN Women and UNFPA. Your Excellency, the development partners have tremendously supported the Ministry of Health. They have supported Uganda AIDS Commission to ensure on the reduction of the HIV/AIDS. Finally, I wish to extend our sincere appreciation, Your Excellency, to you in particular, having been that you are at the forefront, you are the champion, and up to this day, as you embrace this World AIDS Day, that you have made tremendous achievements where we are going, especially your visionary leadership, your focus, and where all Ugandans have embraced that your style of work, your style of guidance, and this is why our ministry as health with our partners, we still look forward that though the figures are still not all that, they are still alarming. Your Excellency, with your guidance, we look forward to working together to ensure the reduction and the control of HIV/AIDS with all other pandemics. We thank you for the support and the help and the political guidance you have always given my ministry, and I say all this for God and my country. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Your Excellency, amidst us, we have the resident judge for Rukungiri Circuit, Justice Tom Chemutai. Kindly stand up for recognition. And Your Excellency, nitukusima mnonga kabanya Rukungiri, agokutwereza High Court. We are now safe. Let me invite our General Jim Muhezi the Minister for Security to give your brief remarks, and you will help us after your remarks. You will invite the Minister for Presidents, and the Minister for Presidents will invite the Vice President. Members, abajanyi bitu mwena abanyarukungiri twino mugisha muhango kutayayisa President na Vice President at the same time. Mukiterero mu ngaro ejo nenema. Mwebale muno.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Her Excellency, the Vice President of Uganda, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, I want to thank you very much for visiting Rukungiri. And I would like to thank your government for bringing this important occasion to Rukungiri district. Kandi ntwenda kukurusya kanche gambo mu ruhororo runyankore rukiga akarura kahwire mutero mungaro munonga abanyarukungiri nokimanya ngo tukakuho ubuhagizi bw'amani kandi nyenda kuhamiza ngo abwemirimo mirunge yoriyo nokora obuhagizi buriyo nubugenda nubweyongera koko kuza kureba bwa nyuma ho kake Rukungiri obuzare bwa yoneiwe nubuhango munonga kandi nobwakare kandi riyo neza gwarka mwanya gwayo ogwakare guyabirero. You put your finger in that hole, you'll get the problem, and the people recognized it and avoided it. So we thank you very much. And you have done the same in the other pandemics like COVID-19, Ebola. You have been in the forefront in teaching. When you are addressing people, you don't read the statements. No, you teach, you explain, and people understand. We thank you very, very much. So I don't want to take much time. I have a duty to introduce my colleagues, the ministers. We have here the Minister of Presidency, Honorable Mile Babalanda. We have got Honorable Musasizi Henry, Minister of State for Finance and MP for Rwanda East. We have, whom you have just seen, Honorable Anifa Kawoya, Minister of State, General Duties, Minister of Health, and MP Sembabule. Honorable, we have got Honorable Nyirabashisi Mateke, the Honorable Minister of State for Youth and Children. We have apologies from Honorable Bahati, David Bahati, who was unable to reach here, but he was also coming here. With those few remarks, I would like to invite my colleague, the Minister for Presidency, Honorable Mile Babalanda, who is in charge of the Uganda AIDS Commission, to give her remarks. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Uganda, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and National Chairman of the NRM Party, Retired General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Retired Major Jessica Alupo Rose Pell. Honorable Cabinet Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of religious and cultural leaders, the LC5 chairperson and the entire leadership of Rukungiri district, representatives of civil society organizations, representatives of people living with HIV, media fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, I warmly welcome you to the national commemoration of the World AIDS Day 2022. I thank Rukungiri District Local Government for hosting this year's commemoration. However, Your Excellency, before I can make my remarks, allow me to thank you for your wise leadership and counsel in the fight against the Ebola challenge, which the country has been dealing with for some time now. If it were not for your effort, Your Excellency, we would right now be in a nationwide lockdown, or we would have lost many Ugandans to the disease. However, it is now coming to 20 days, Your Excellency, and there are no new cases, and we can hold this event in the open in Rukungiri and not scientifically in State House. I therefore commend your great efforts, Your Excellency, and that of the National Task Force on Ebola for this victory. Your Excellency, today as the world commemorates World AIDS Day, Uganda takes this momentous opportunity to sincerely thank you for your outstanding role in the fight against HIV and AIDS, locally here in Uganda, as well as globally. Your Excellency, since the first case of HIV was diagnosed in Uganda in 1982, you courageously faced the challenge at a time when HIV and AIDS were viewed with a lot of suspicion, fear, and stigma. You led the fight by example. You summoned and prepared all your troops to tackle the fight against this enemy that was threatening the growth and progress of this country. We therefore celebrate your courage and heroism today, Your Excellency. In 2017, you launched the Presidential Fast Track Initiative to end AIDS as a public health threat in Uganda by 2030. You directed the Uganda AIDS Commission to coordinate the implementation of the Presidential Initiative to end AIDS by 2030. Your Excellency, I am pleased to note that 5 years later, a lot of progress has been achieved, as you have heard from the previous speakers. I take this opportunity to thank the First Lady and Mama, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni, for her invaluable contribution, particularly in the efforts towards eliminating mother-to-child transmission of HIV. I thank the Ministry of Health, Uganda AIDS Commission, our development partners, Parliament, and all stakeholders who support government in the fight against HIV and AIDS. As you have heard from the report, Your Excellency, we still have unfinished business and a lot of work to ensure that our people do not forget about HIV and AIDS. It is not acceptable for us to continue having over 1,000 people still getting new HIV infections every week, Your Excellency. We're still including the newborns. It is even more critical to increase efforts in community awareness and sensitization, especially to ensure that emerging public health emergencies like COVID-19 and Ebola do not undo the gains made in the fight against HIV and AIDS. Your Excellency, some of the efforts made by Office of the President include directing all resident district commissioners to keep promoting the campaign against AIDS by using the government airtime on radios across the entire country. Through the Uganda AIDS Commission, Your Excellency, we are coordinating all ministries, departments, and agencies to mainstream HIV and AIDS in their routine work. I am pleased to report to you, Your Excellency, that about 78 ministries, departments, and agencies are already mainstreaming HIV within their entities, and I get regular reports on their performance. And, to address us, thereafter, she will invite you, Your Excellency. I thank you all for God and my country.
Your Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, colleagues, ministers present, colleagues, members of Parliament, Excellencies, the ambassadors and heads of the diplomatic corps, religious leaders, let me adopt protocol as articulated by the Master of Ceremonies. Nimbaramusha mwena mwebare kwachira President Uganda Rukungiri mwebare kwashajika NRM na President Museveni kandi na 2026 nimbashaba okuhajira President Museveni. Your Excellency, it is known that you are a champion in the fight against HIV, AIDS, and other epidemics, including Ebola and COVID-19. Therefore, there is no better person to address this audience at this time except you. Allow me, therefore, Your Excellency, to take this honor and privilege to invite you to speak to us. The floor is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you, sit down. Thank you, sit down, please. Her Excellency the Vice President, the ministers and the members of Parliament, members of the diplomatic corps, the district leaders of the government and of the NRM, and all the people who are here. I will speak in the local language, then I will summarize. I think it's better. Ekyokubanza abanyarukungiri ninyenda ko batabaza ku rw'ombuzahe mwabere muzahire mukurikiyeyo okugaruka omuka eka yanyu eri aha eka yanyu nemanyisa NRM ekyakabiri ekikwitse ahari mukenenya AIDS ekyokubanza owarinda wakame hatu mwayegarkamu. There is a proverb here which these children have answered. I think it can be summarized as constant vigilance. Constant vigilance, to be vigilant all the time. So when I told them in the local language, they were able to answer back and say, this is the way that we say it here. It's a story of a rabbit which was being hunted and so on. Mbwena hati ekyo nambe walinda wakamajirata walinda wakamazora mwisho. Ekyakabiri mureke kuzanisa AIDS. Mureke kugizanisa. Ahubwo cyo kubanza abantu basya nibakikwatwa AIDS z'obwahati. Abere barije okukira munonga abana bato bakwatwa akakoko. Okurgomo bandiko bya ministry abantu mutwarena n'enkumina buri mwaka nibakwatwa akakoko aka basya. Nabwekyo mureke kuzanisa akakoko aka kandi abantu mutwaro gumwe nakashanju buri mwaka nibafa nibaitwa AIDS. Kyamazima hatwine embazi eyokuhangaza omuntu oyina akakoko nk'oku mwareba abamama babarya. Egyo embazi ekayamba munonga abantu tubakifa munonga konka embazi egyo nehangaza omuntu aturaho agumaho nagumaho kumara omwanya murengwa nasa kuhangara kusityo bukuru konka ssiriimu neba ekumugize noguma uri ekimuga torukufa konka noguma uri ekimuga ekyokureberaho okwehangamurra nokumanya okwehangamurra okuza kintu ekyamaani korukwehangamurra wagira otukanza omu mahe nyina akakoko ndi hambazi ni jinywa buri mwanya kanzo mmahi kukuza kukora iby'amani akakoko nikabaruka n'orwara ekyo nikimanyisa ngo akakoko kacwa ahari wakwenzire kukora mu magara gawe tuwafa wahangara wareberera abana bawe bakora banyeta wareberera ibintu byawe konka kakucwaho ibyo wakwenzire gukora bimwe tuwabasa kubikora habo kuba akakoko kakumugize nabo icyo mukimanya ngo koko ekikuru munonga ekyakukizira obulungi habo kwenda ngo amagara gawe ukore byona ebyo kwenda gukora no kwerinda akakoko aka ukareka kwata akakoko rero kabasa gukora ibintu byawe ngarahanga etarante ziyakwere okusya obukuru konka kandi aho ninyongeraho ikindi kigambo abanyarwanda nibarimo akantu kake jimu yakibagambira obukoko katandika nkajana bagambira aha ntenjoka yaberiyo mu mushoyino umushoyino nimugumanya umushoyino nimugumanya bitaba kubatakimanya nari nyankora umushoyino nimugumanya ekina cyenkebebe kiri obwina bwenkebebe nibo buri mwenanga tiriya yera hango mnongo utuno twina tuki nkajya ntenjoka yari umushoyino kuko batagira hwire kuruma mbene umushoyino none ofakina gugo tarakumanya ukuza kwata umushoyino ofakina umushoyino bakwera obwanyampara bw'emishoyino ofakinayo abokubenye endwara ssiriimu n'endwara etene maani tinka senyiga nangu senyiga kora okushutama n'omuntu wa senyiga omu motoka ninga omukanisa mwashutama hamwe nakuturira abo kuba senyiga neeraba omu mbeho omu mwanya bete egi ssiriimu neberi aheri ehunami obone weja kugitahirira mbwene nabo ekyo mureke kuzanisa ssiriimu abokuba nubu wakomera emibazi okajimera nk'okutukubahabura nohangara n'ikirungi konka n'omuga tokukora byona byawayenze kukora kuba kandi waza aha mibazi otagihamiraho nofa nicyo wahora nibagira ngo abamo kubakoreramo emibazi emwe babata ahandi hamiringwe endiijo ekibarema bafa nibo baba abantu omutwaro gumwe n'akashanju abarukufa buri mwaka ekyokubanza akakoko kamumuzya yaza aha mibazi emibazi ekamuhangarize konka kuyahika kandi emibazi nayo yagigayaraho ekyarigamu twaferwa abantu nabo ekyo akakoko imwe banamwe nyo ninkunda amaani awakati ine myaka 58 bete nerizo kwa kureta olwara tukakwatana tushobora kirampa abo kuba korugumana amani gawe agarahanga yakwere nigakumara ikiniga icyo urenda gukora cyona uryakikora nawe ikiri abana nimbeshengereza abatsigazi n'empangare muri cyo kutwara utuntu tuke tukabasisira ekihango kuma amagara gawe nijo kushanga amagara gawe gakwereza bingi okukira ututuntu tukubantu batwara tene icyamana icyo kutwara kuza kutamagara gawe umukabi konge cyakana no kubangira abantu baitu abashikirwa akakwatwa akakoko okubabangira to give them solidarity mwino kukikora nakyo cyabo kuba nubarabe aina akakoko konka kutukumbangira yanywe mbazi atajigayireho nahangara nakwera imirimo ndije kunga tari yamani munonga ri yamani ke yamahita kujibasa bete ndijo imirimo yaka yo mu office nagikoreye nagumaho nahangara okusya umbukuru nabwo icyo kumbe tubentereba mpopora nayararekera nareba ngurukungiri ato mu Uganda yona ko kumahurura abantu batano haruburigana baina kakoko mu Uganda yona konka bakukira obubi ukuba kubi n'abakarangara abantu 16 aharigana baina kakoko Rukungiri eri omwanya gwe 14 mu Uganda yona abantu 8 baina kakoko aharigana kandi Rukungiri n'abantu bashomere n'abantu bedini Church of Uganda lyaha kinyasano nyakibare lyaha n'abasalamu nabo nkabarebaho n'aba bashyabo izira abakuburira abarokore nabo nimbarebamo ataba munana bargaye kandi mureke kwekwatsa ebinabirya abo kuba ogumushaija wa kitongole kya ssiriimu yatandikira ebihandiko arupapuro rwakana omukatabo ako abarukungiri bari omwanya gwe 14 abakarangara nibakukwata omwanya gw'okubanza konka hariho ebicweka bya Uganda ebiraka abarwaire bake munonga twara ekicweka nibakyeta Maracha. Didn't I hear that one of the MPs was coming from Maracha? Come here and they see you. Come forward. Where is she? She's a girl. Stand on the microphone there. Ingonia. Ingonia.
Your Excellency, Mamuke.
Award 4.
Award 4 too.
Now I see in Maracha, Marachayo, Ombantu Igana, Omuntomu and Nuena Kakoko. I am telling these people that while in Rukungiri, the AIDS prevalence is 8 people out of 100. In Maracha, it is only 1 person out of 100. You tell them what is happening there. What are the Marachas doing about the source of AIDS there?
Your Excellency, thank you so much. We do a lot of sensitization, and our traditional leaders are doing so much.
Traditional. Okusomesa, the family upbringing.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Award 4.
Award 4, Your Excellency.
Hatu Omaracha, Omuntomo Hariga na wenka, Nuena Kakoko. Oza, Indisho District na Jatai Yumbe, na Maruwa Rankaba, Okona yeno Montomwe, Hariga na Nuena Kakoko. Oza Kotido no Montomwe Tarukwika. 0.9%. Abakoromojo, abatashomire. No Montomwe Tarukwika. Karenga abana bakoromojo. 0.9%. Kabong, 0.7%. Mbwena ho, Abarukungiri, leta ile kitabu yangu. Abarkwebembera Mukakoko. There's the districts ziri abarkwebembera. Karangara abantu 16 harigana. Chotera abantu 14 harigana. Kabarore abantu 13 harigana. Pader, abantu 12 harigana. Masaka, abantu 10 harigana, 11. Guru, abantu 10. Karungu, abantu 10 harigana. Mbarara, abantu 10 harigana. Lira, abantu 10 harigana. Bushenyi, abantu 9 harigana. Wakiso, abantu 9 harigana. Kiruhura, abantu 9 harigana. Lyantonde, abantu 8 harigana. Rukungiri, abantu 8 harigana. Mbona izintu zebemberezi. Dero, abantu abatashomire, abari inyuma ko kutandikira nkari Bududa, abantu 2 harigana. Kibuku, omuntu omu harigana. Namusindwa, omuntu omu next week harigana. amudat umuntu omwe next week na kapiripirit omuntu omwe aharigana terego omuntu omwe aharigana na park omuntu omwe parisa omuntu omwe maracha omuntu omwe yumbe omuntu omwe kotido n'omwe takuhika karenga n'omwe taruhika kabong n'omwe takuhika na beratuku n'omwe takuhika nabwekyo mureke kwekwatsa egi endwara neretwa okwekwata ijaga kukwata amagara gawe ijaga aho katwareba abanyayuganda abamwe endwara ni nke munonga omu bicweka byabo ahandi niho eri haiguru nabwekyo nimbashaba ebintu bibiri ekyokubanza otakarwaire otarwara habwokuba korukurwara notwakukwereza emibazi nikicwa habi wakukozire ekyomuzungu arikweta potential ekyakabiri korarware raguza reka kweshereka kandi koraraguze ohamira emibazi ekyakashatu mureke kweshanya abarwaire aboko nibo bararwaire nabasa kuhangara kandi nabasa kukora emirimo mingi okwihaho emike ey'amaani munonga eri kumurema nibyo bintu bishatu. So what I was telling these people is that the best thing for AIDS is prevention. Avoid. And the reason for avoidance being the best solution is that if you get infected, even when we put you on these treatments, there are certain activities which need a lot of physical exertion which you may not manage. Like, for instance, army work, joining the army. Therefore, even when we keep you alive through the ARVs, you will have cut off some of your potential. It will be like a PWD, person with disability. Nobo wa muga. So that's the main point. That was the first point I was saying in our local language. Secondly, I was telling them that this is very easy to avoid because we no longer have AIDS of accident like we used to have in the past. Because in the past, you could get AIDS through blood transfusion. You could get AIDS through the mother to child. You could get AIDS through unsterilized syringes in the hospital. But all those were eliminated. All those were eliminated by the interventions we did over the time. Therefore, the main source of AIDS now appears to be behavior related, where you do what you shouldn't do, and then you get AIDS. So therefore, I'm determined to insist on this behavior change. And you, the church people, the mosque people, please bring this one out very clear, and the RDCs. Because we don't want to cut on the potential of our children by this problem. Because a PWD, yes, he will live for long, he will do things, but there are certain things he cannot do. That's why we say PWD, person with disability. So this was the point number one. Number two, I was telling them that if you get infected, then get tested, get treatment, and stick to the treatment. And then thirdly, I was telling them that don't discriminate against people who are living with HIV, because they are not a danger to you as long as you relate with them normally, and they can do many, many things of what other people do. Ate kya kabiri, obu naaba ninyija nareba kuri omu rutsindura nikuriya w'abaana orugashema, nareba rwa mabondo omu ruzakajara, noshuta na kuno y'okuza Kahenge, nareba haine abantu abakuhinga omu bisharara abainemu emirenzyo, abatairemu karututsi, abantu abo nimbashaba ngu babihe omu bisharara bya gavumenti. Muihe za karututsi zanyu omu bisharara bya gavumenti, nituja kukora ehururu kubinga abantu boona omu bisharara. Ahabwokuba twine enteekateeka y'amaani ey'okukozesa amaizi g'ebisharara kutungura embeera yanyu. Ntwenda kuta ebomba ziri kutsindika amaizi kuzita omu bisharara zikatsindika amaizi omu migongo n'omu mpita, mukabaasa kushukyerera emisiri yanyu n'entookye, rero mukahinga omu njura n'omu mushana, mukaguma nimweza omwaka gwona. Eki eky'okushukyerera amaizi n'ekintu kikuru munonga ekiri kwija kwiha enjara omuri Uganda, ahabw'okuba twakikozireho. Imwe ab'entookye ezanyu ez'omu byaro bakanyangura omusharuura tani 5 n'obucweka bukye buri hectare. Hectare ni nkahika 2 n'ekicweka. Konka nyewe hariya Nyaruzinga Bushenyi eyi turi kubangira omukazi w'okweta Dr. Muranga, we naasharuura tani 53 buri hectare. Imwe ahimu kusharuura hiki 5, we naasharuura 53 buri mwaka. Ahabw'enki? Ahabw'okushukyerera amaizi. Amaizi nigashangwahi omu bisharara n'omu migyera n'omu nfunjo. Nahabw'eki abantu abakugenda bakatahirira ekitara ky'amaizi ga Ruhanga ekyaterereho eky'ebisharara okaza kuhingamu otutakuri n'enanka, nooba okozire n'enshobe y'amaani n'okutamu za karututsi. Nahabw'eki abantu nimbashaba ehurire takatandikire mbe mwayerigiire mugye tutaza kutsikana naimwe. Kandi chairman kuyaba nagamba aha nahora nashima gavumenti kweteire ebyoma omu Kahenge kubeheramu amaizi n'amaizi g'okunywa n'ag'enkyago. okubeheramu amaizi g'okunywa omu Rukahenge kugareeta kugata kuno y'omu migongo kashata aho kamwayetera endobo amaizi ag'okunywa kandi agutwenda kukozesa kushukyerera emisiri kandi go mu kuhingamu emirenzi mugimanya bitawe kwata kumenya Runyango nimugamba ruri muki ngamba Rujungu gardens in the swamp tunagamba Rujungu rwanyu konka amahambira agom bisharra ninga agom miga y'ebisharra bagete mirenzyo narebe mirenzyo kuriya nabo ekyo nimba habura nti okuza kuhinga okutamwe